everyone, and welcome back to our Dawson's Creek rewatch. We are almost at the end of season 3. Today, we're going to talk about episode 20 and 21. So, excuse me, I have to burp. Okay, I'm back. The name of episode 20 is The Longest Day, and the summary is one sentence, and it is, Joey and Pacey break the news to Dawson.
That's it?
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, that is the crux of the episode, so I get it.
Okay, I was hella confused in this episode when it restarted.
I could not figure out what was going on.
Oh, and then I realized, okay, they're showing the different characters' points of view.
Correct.
But I was like, did I restart it? Because I had it on while I was cooking, and I was like, wait, did I restart? And I had to like pause it and look. I was like, what is going on?
And then I also was like really sad. And we still didn't see a whole lot, but like they're talking about but this is because they keep flashing back and forth in time. They're talking about the boating outing, and then they don't go out on the boat.
I know.
And I said, no boat outing? What? Like, also, but then they kind of do. I don't know.
It's just, yeah. Also, I said the grown-ups in this show should be disappearing and going on trips a lot. Like Graham's enough. Yeah. And then like his parents go places. Like everybody, I'm like, damn, they sure leave a lot.
Yeah. And they're just like, bye.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
anyway.
Totally. I wrote down the quote, embarrassing grope fest, when Joey and Pacey, the opening.
Why was it embarrassing?
No, that was the quote. Joey says something
she said that?
She says, we need to say something. That. No. Yes, I felt like it was an embarrassing grope fest. Turn it off. No. They're kissing, and she goes, we're around everyone, and we're just normal. And the second we're alone, it turns into this embarrassing grope fest. I just thought that was funny.
That's funny.
I like that line.
Yeah. Wait, hold on for a second. Before we go any farther, what do you think the purpose was for this retelling, for the restart? And like the different points of view. I don't get what the point was. I really don't get it. I
don't know. It is called The Longest Day. So maybe they're playing on that, like how they're repeating parts of the day and somehow that's making it longer. The only other thing I could think, and this has nothing to do with the points of view, but the name of the episode, is that Joey does say like, oh, just give me a day. Or Pacey says that. Somebody says that about telling Dawson.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I get it. The Longest Day.
Yeah, I don't know why they did title, but I just don't get I don't understand it. I don't feel like it did anything.
The only thing I can think is it allowed us to find out how Dawson knew about them in reverse. So you hear him say to them, oh, I already know.
Right.
But as an audience, we don't know how he knows.
Yeah.
And then you go back in time and you find out how he
But why couldn't they have just done that from the very beginning?
I don't know.
That's what
maybe
I'm saying.
there's more shock value of him being like, I already know. And then as the audience is like, wait, how does he know?
But I thought that was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it was an odd way to tell the story for sure.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, Jonathan Lipnicki, Buzz in a life jacket.
Cute.
Adorable. Cute. And that like fisherman's hat. Freaking cute. I loved him. And then I said that Andy looked so cute. Her hair was like,
I don't even remember, super
like slick again, and they didn't have like
slick.
Yeah, it was slick. So before they had, I don't know, like it was almost like frizzy or dry, and then this time it was like nice and straight and slicked back. It was slicked back.
It was slicked back.
Yeah,
I don't even remember. But see, I watched this 2 weeks ago.
Oh, right.
Or last week.
Right. Because I watched it.
I don't know. So I don't remember what her hair looked like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the answering machine. Can we try to figure this out? I said, what did Buzz do when Doug, Pacey's brother, is mad at the kid for breaking his answering machine? But then we hear someone leaving the message. Is it Joey leaving the message? So is Buzz trying to get rid of the evidence?
I don't know.
Or is it just he's just a rambunctious kid?
He's just a kid.
But why? Like, why have that in
Why? This whole season, that's what we say.
Why?
Why?
All the President's Men. How Dawson asks Joey if they want to watch it or something like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that movie.
Oh,
yes. I love that one.
So wait, let me ask you while we're talking about this, what are your thoughts on best friends dating ex-girlfriends?
That's a tricky one.
Because I gotta say, I'm kind of on Dawson's side here, even though I love Pacey and Joey together once it happens. Too. But I do also feel like high school, that's just what happened. Everybody dated each other.
Yeah. I mean, you're in the same circles. And particularly in this case, the circle is very small.
Yeah.
On one hand, it's like the world is full of so many people.
But it's not when you're that age.
Not when you're that age and your circle is small. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. Like, if it was me when I was that age, it would have bothered me. And I can think of just even in college, like a friend of mine dating someone I had liked recently or something and me being really upset about it, you know? But also, like, it didn't really affect my life that much. And do you know she actually married him? They've been married over 20 years.
Wow.
They have 3 kids. So there you go.
Well, there you go then.
And I'm like, eh.
Well,
like,
I hope you're still like that now.
Of course. But I mean, like a week later I was. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like I was really upset, but then like it really didn't matter.
I mean, I think looking at it in our age, than looking at it then. Because I kept waiting for Dawson to be like, bros before hoes, man.
Yeah.
You know? Chicks before dicks.
All those things.
Because, I mean, I do feel like that is kind of, it is hurtful, I think, when that happens. But I guess it shouldn't be, but it is.
But it is. I think it's the betrayal of trust. And I think that obviously Dawson doesn't want them together, but I think it's more that it was going on without his knowledge. And also Jen knew about it. That's the other thing. When you're the last one to know something like that, that feels really yucky. And everyone's acting normal to your face.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's not good.
No.
Okay.
It's not good.
I was just curious.
Okay, I said, why is everyone at the library? Or maybe it just felt like it because it kept repeating. But I'm like, we have not had this much time at the library in any episode. And it's the weekend, so it's not the school library. They're all going to
true.
The public library. But they're literally all there. Or they're like, oh yeah, she's at the library. I'm going to pick her from the library. I was like, what is going on with the library in this episode? And then the payphone was so fun when Jen calls Henry on the payphone. That was really, really fun. And it was like so like classic payphone.
Oh, I know.
Like, the white and the blue and like the metal. And she was on the phone. I really liked that.
And while we're talking about Henry, I can't believe I didn't write this down, but I remember thinking it, where he's like Dawson comes over and he's like all pissed off and he's like, can't believe you know. And then Jen's all upset. And Henry was just like, okay. And he like starts trying to make out with her. And she's like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I'm trying to make you feel better. She's like, no, you're trying to make you feel better. And I'm like, oh, bitch, yeah.
But I also understood what Henry said.
I know.
When he was like, maybe tonight it can just be like about us and not about all the drama your friends always have.
I mean, point also.
But also,
right,
his way of like making her feel better was kind of like, what?
Because girl, I've been there. I'm like, this is not for me. This is for you, and that is not what I want to do right now.
I'm not in the mood for this. Yeah,
that is not
for sure.
That is all about what you think would make me feel better.
Right. She was right.
But
I understood what he was saying. Too.
I know you're right.
Like, do we have to deal with this? Can we just like hang out and be together tonight?
True, but also, like she can't just be like, sure, let me not think about all this craziness that's going on.
True, especially if it's on her mind.
Like, it doesn't just go away because he says that.
That's true. But I can see his frustration. Maybe how about that? Not that she should like agree with him.
No, I
can see where he's coming from.
Yeah. And he's also a teenage boy. So.
Also that. What did you think about Andy all of a sudden showing some feelings for Pacey again?
I think it's typical.
You think that was normal? Even though she likes this rusty guy?
I think... Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it. I mean, I can remember like your first big like heartbreak, especially if it ends on like, if it's your fault, it's over, because it was her fault.
It was.
And, like she really fucked him over. I did that with my first big boyfriend. And like you still like you move on, but then you don't really, because you know why I think it is because it doesn't feel finished, because it was just stopped abruptly, even though it was your fault. So it still kind of lingers. I think that first big love you have is hard to let go of when you're the one whose fault it is. So I agree with that.
I think so. That's pretty normal.
Yeah, I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. And she even says the line like, "Well, he's not Pacey." She says that to Joey, right?
Yeah.
When she's talking about like, how's it going with the other guy? And she's like, well, he's not Pacey. And she's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like, huh?
And then, so that was awkward. Hurricane Chris.
Yeah.
Which is what they were talking about. I looked that up. What were they talking about with that? That it had done damage or it was coming?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I couldn't find anything. So they must have just made that up for the episode.
No, that's how he bought the boat.
That's what it was. So I was like, oh, was that a real hurricane? I found a tropical storm from 1998, but it was like nowhere near the U.S. And then there was an actual Hurricane Chris in 2024, which would not be related to this at all.
The future.
So I don't know why. I was just like, oh, I wonder if that's real, but I don't think it
wasn't.
And then the boat being named True Love.
I know. But he named it that a long time ago.
That's true.
You're just not realizing it.
Did they say the name before?
Yeah, when he first got it, he named it that.
You're right. But the writers...
like, oh, look at that.
Look at that. It was already said. But the writers had fun with that because at the end they're like, true love will always win.
Yeah.
Well, that's the next episode. But still.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. I said, oops, Jen telling Dawson about Pacey and Joey. I think we've all had a moment like that.
We were like, shit.
Where we say something we didn't mean to, thinking someone already knew. Or someone's like, what do you mean? And you're like, oh, damn.
You're like,
Right.
Yeah. It's the worst.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough one.
And he had no right to be mad at her about that too, by the way.
I don't know. I mean,
no, because that wasn't her place. That ain't her place to tell him. That ain't her place.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. That's another one that's kind of, it depends how good friends you are with someone.
No, but don't you think like that's like, you don't get involved in people's mess like that.
Okay. So if you knew something about my husband and someone, you wouldn't say anything to me because that's not your place.
That's very different. Y'all are married.
That's true.
That's a whole different thing. Y'all are married with some kids.
That's
and
true.
a house. If your husband was running around, yes, I would tell you.
Yeah.
But that's very different.
That's different.
And Dawson and Joey aren't together.
True.
There was no cheating.
True.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not, you don't get involved in people's messes like
that. And
I
can see why in the moment he'd be upset. Because
he's upset, but
like she's standing there. And
but he
like,
was wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong. I agree.
Because that's Joey and Pacey need to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Which
they kind of do. Well, sort of.
Speaking of that, I don't understand at the end where they were like, well, it has to be over. And I'm like, why? You already pissed everybody off and they know
I
now.
had the same thought. I'm like, the worst part's over.
Yeah, everyone's
mad
knows.
And they're still going to be mad.
So like,
you might as well carry on.
Might as well be happy.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so dumb.
Like, why does everyone knowing and being mad at you mean you has to end?
Well, because I needed 2 more episodes.
Right, that's true. That's true.
That's probably all right.
I said the canoe, but it's really the rowboat, but it's back.
The canoe.
When Andy and him are in it on their little date.
Yes.
Was it weird when he was telling the story of Orpheus and Eurydice?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? This is way pre-Hadestown, which granted, it's Greek mythology. But I'm saying, like, back then, people watching that might have been like, oh, I don't know that one. Like, it was very...
Well, people still today are probably like that.
That's true.
Just because you know Hadestown.
But he's, like, telling it, and I was like, this is so weird. And then I'm like, I wonder if, like, the creator of Hadestown got this idea watching this episode?
No.
You don't think so? No. I'm going to look into it.
I mean, the Greek myths have been around a really long time.
True. But the way that he told it.
Or maybe they wrote Percy Jackson because of...
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Dawson's Creek was the inspiration for all the art.
Do you know sometimes,
in the whole world.
Do you know sometimes you just say Dawson Creek?
I did just...
That's why you did that earlier too. It's every now and then. And I think that I'm like, sometimes I think I mishear it. And then I listen back and I'm like, no, she said that.
Why do I do that?
I don't know.
I'm just so excited. To
like
get
it's
to
his last name.
You know him, Dawson Creek, that guy. Strange. I need to make sure I have my possessive S's on lock. Dawson's.
I mean, that's the only thing you do it with. That I know of.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like I need to pay attention to this. That's all I really had for that episode. Okay, cool.
So let's move on to episode 21 called Show Me Love. Dumb, but I did used to love that song. Yeah. Dawson and Pacey use a regatta to wage war for Joey's affection. Mm-hmm. They said regatta a bajillion times.
So many times. And what what a white man pissing match situation we have on our hands.
It was
with
so
this regatta.
Fucking dumb.
And like, I guess Pacey kind of knows how to do a boat because he like got a boat, but like Dawson doesn't know how to do a boat at all, and yet they're in this like boat race.
It's so dumb.
And I mean, Dawson's dad helped out, which was like, okay, well, he must know a little more, but like the whole thing was,
It was
yeah,
dumb,
they said
guys.
regatta.
It was really dumb.
I did say the wall is back because
Oh, I
remember,
know.
Pacey got her that wall, and then we haven't seen it since. Now she's literally just staring at a blank wall, the brick wall or whatever, and then Dawson is talking to her at it. But I was like, oh my god, the wall is back.
Wall.
One of these days it'll be painted.
Oh, and the painting was back. Dawson and Joey.
You're right.
In the first second.
I can't.
He was holding it in his lap.
I can't. That painting. Oh no.
Oh,
It needs
and then
to go back to Aunt Gwen's.
And then Joey at the wall, she goes, all I want to do, Dawson, is paint my wall.
And I'm like, I wish you would.
I wish you would fucking get started instead of all these scenes of staring at it.
Look, the next time I see this wall, Joey Potter, there better be something on it.
I think she does eventually paint it.
I mean, I hope so.
Well,
We're going to find out. We're going to find out.
I think she does.
I thought it was cute how everyone was helping Grams make the wreaths for the regatta. I just love that scene.
This episode is so stupid. She's like, this is what I do. I make wreaths for the regatta. I'm like,
I've done it every year since 1956, which I was like, whoa. But then I was like, well, I guess it wasn't like that long ago.
But like,
but
what kind of East Coast nonsense
Yeah.
is this? Like,
and there were
typical?
so many. And then Jack was helping. Who else was there? Was it Andy? Was it Jack
Jen.
and Andy? And Jen.
And Andy, yeah.
And then Henry's outside with his sign.
Okay, cute.
He was adorable.
I know. But that it does get to be a little stalker-like.
It does. And also, like, come on, Jen.
I wrote down, I said, Henry is kind of creepster vibes, even though I really don't want to think he is, but he's kind of creepster vibes.
Yeah.
Like when he climbed up a few episodes back in the rafters.
Well, that episode was like red flag city.
And also being like, come on and smooch me even though you're stressed out. But that's just teenage boys.
I mean, yeah, I don't think that's necessarily creepy. That's just, whatever.
Yeah.
I like the line where Dawson's like, I'm going to join the regatta. And Jack's like, is this like a Pistols at Dawn situation? Like a duel? I thought that was a really funny line.
Well, and also like a fucking boat race is going to show Joey that you care about her.
And then his
his
explanation of it later was really strange.
It's like, okay, but also that is such a straight white man's like point of view on something. Like,
for sure.
If I do this, then this woman, well, whatever. And then as soon as he's done, he's like, she's like, no, you both are stupid idiots. And she was like, you don't even know, you're disqualified. Like you didn't win.
Right.
Anyway.
And then,
stupid.
And this is kind of skipping to that point, but then she's like, why did you do this? And
I know.
He's like, I want to show you through action. He's like, because now you like the one who punched the bully and is in a boat race. And I'm like,
okay, shut up.
What? That's not why she likes him. Like, weird, right?
So weird.
And he's like, I want to show you through action. I'm like, oh, I guess I can kind of see where you're coming from, but it's not going to work.
Girl. Oh, and let's talk about Jen and Grams, where Jen's out all night.
Oh.
And she just casually comes home.
Mm-hmm.
And Graham's like, you spent the night with Henry? And she's like, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, first of all, And then she's mad at Grams. No, ma'am. You were gone. You were a teenage girl, underage, living at home, and you didn't come home till sun is up.
Yeah.
Graham has every right to be pissed off.
Absolutely.
I don't give a shit what you were doing.
Although
she had no idea where she was.
Right.
That's not okay.
And I think like maybe that's the emotionally chargedness that we see then with what Graham says. Because I don't necessarily agree with what she says there.
I don't even remember. Because I was like,
she says something like, you're reverting to your old ways and you should be ashamed of yourself and da-da-da-da-da. And like all of that was kind of like, but if you've been waiting, especially this is pre-cell phone.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
what I
track
mean.
her,
That's
you can't
terrifying.
call her. And you've been sitting there panicking all night.
Well, I mean,
you're going to say some stuff you might regret.
We've been there with our, kids never been gone all, but you've had that happen with one of your kids, and it is terrifying. We do have cell phones, and it's so scary.
And I found the kid easily, but it was still like panic.
Yeah, and it's like, no, that's not okay. Like, you still live in my house. You are still underage. I need to know where you are and that you are safe.
100%. Yeah, I get her panic. I think I think what she said was a little like we were supposed to be like, ooh, Graham's like.
But I just got irritated that Jen was like all salty and pissed. And then Graham had to come and apologize. No, bitch.
Yeah.
You were out all night.
Yeah, true. I think that's a teenage response though.
I know, but I was
irritated.
I know, but I was still irritated.
But it is irritating. Yeah, for sure.
Because then they made it seem like Graham, now granted, she did say some things that weren't, but like Jen is the one who did wrong there.
She should be apologizing.
Yeah.
100%.
And also, well, no, I lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me.
Well, and then when her and Grams kind of have their moment back together, because Grams comes to her and she's like, "Oh, I found," which was weird. I found this dress.
That was
in a
the dress.
I was like, "Huh?
What?"
And she's like, "Oh, it just reminded me how far you've come." I'm like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, that was weird.
But essentially, the conversation was, "I trust you," and so Grams is trying to talk to her about basically safe sex and consequences and all the things, and then Jen stops her and she's like, "I didn't have sex with Henry."
Mm-hmm.
And then Graham's like, "Oh, I'm so happy." And I was like, okay, but like I still feel like everything you just said should be taken to note, right?
Yeah.
But like that's how they end up making up and everything. She's like, "Oh, you're doing so great and I support you, Jen, but I'm also relieved you didn't have sex with Henry." I don't know. This episode was kind of a mess.
It was a mess. Okay, also those boats looked so fucking cold.
The whole race looked cold.
It looked freezing.
It was
and
like raining.
Gross.
And so cold.
And then Dawson winning the race because he was being a dick. Like, they're like, "You got to make room." And he was just like, "Man."
And I guess I don't understand boat racing.
I don't either.
But like when Pacey's like, "We have the right of way," I'm like, isn't it a race?
I don't know.
Like are you saying you're allowed to get in front of him?
I think there's etiquette. I mean, I don't know. I think there's like
aren't you just
etiquette.
trying to get to the end point as fast as you can?
Like, there's bike etiquette when you're like on a bike race.
True.
Even running races, there's like etiquette. So
okay, so maybe.
And even more important because like you about to crash your fucking shit.
Yes, I thought for sure they were going to crash. They did not, but.
Well, and then when Joey tells Dawson, I wrote this down, she said, "You don't want me, Dawson. You just don't want to lose me."
Well, and that's the truth.
That is the truth. And
that is the truth.
He really doesn't. He's just, he who wants to be wanted. And he doesn't like it that Pacey is wanted and he is not.
Totally. And it's interesting because I think throughout the series, we see Dawson and Pacey, and this happens with like Jen and Joey too, where they're very envious of each other for different reasons.
Yeah.
All the things that Dawson is that Pacey isn't, he's envious of. And all the things that Pacey is that Dawson isn't, he's envious of, which I think is normal. Yeah. And particularly growing up like in a small town.
Oh, for sure.
With a small circle of people. But now the Joey thing is like, both a thing they quote unquote want in their lives. And so Dawson's feeling not as good as Pacey because she likes him now or something, which again, a normal thing to feel. But I agree with you. Like, I'm like, why call it off now? Just dig in your heels.
The point?
Hold hands. Like, whatever. Now you can be open about it.
Now they know.
Or is that the allure of the relationship that it's secret? Is that what's making you like want to be together?
We'll find out.
We're going to find out.
There's two more.
Or
is it one more?
Two more. I think it's 22 and 23.
And the famous Dawson crying scene is coming.
Is it the last episode?
It's in the last episode.
Okay. Oh my God. I cannot wait for that. So we're basically within a week's time or a week or two seeing two of the most iconic James Van Der Beek things.
Oh my God. Yes.
In Varsity Blues, we saw the "I Don't Want Your Life." And then we're about to see the crying meme gone viral. I'm excited about that.
Also, we never talked about, we just found out yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we did.
This will be old news once y'all hear this episode, that they are doing a Dawson's Creek live reunion where they're going to have a reading of the first episode.
This is wild to me.
And then, but obviously Kerr Smith and whoever played Andy and like Busy Phillips, she was also on there later. They weren't in the first episode, but they're still going to be there and they're going to talk about. Katie and I want to go I
want to go so bad. It's at the Richard Rogers Theater in New York City.
Oh, it's in New York.
The tickets do go on sale tomorrow. I may just try to get tickets and see what happens. I think they'll be impossible to get.
They will be.
Those theaters aren't very big either. But who knows? Who knows? I did send a message to James Van Der Beek yesterday.
You and 50 million other people, I'm sure.
From our account.
Maybe we need to send it to all of them. We should send the same message to everybody. What did
agree.
you say?
I just
Wait,
said,
can I pull it up and read
yeah,
it?
it's really cringy because
Okay,
I was
hold
really
on.
second guessing myself.
Okay, I can't wait.
And so it's not one of my more like eloquent ones.
I can't.
But I don't know.
Wait.
If it works, it works.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull
And
it
you
up.
know, when you're not like friends with someone on Instagram, they don't always see it. It's on Instagram. Yeah.
He probably has shit blocked like crazy, but
I'm
other
sure
people may not. Oh, my Wi-Fi is not working good. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so I sent him, but I agree. Or
We
maybe
should send. Does it just James Vander? Can we like copy and paste it and send it to like Kerr Smith?
Yeah.
And,
Well, I did say like we're like thinking of you going through your struggle, so we'd have to take that part out.
Oh shit! I can't pull it up. Can you pull it up on your phone and then you read it?
Where's my
Or let
phone,
me read
everyone?
it. Hand it to me and let me read it.
I will. Oh, here's my phone. Hold on.
Because it won't be the same.
Ta-da.
Yeah, my phone's not working.
See,
My phone be doing that up in your studio. It doesn't really.
are you on
I'm
Wi-Fi?
on your Wi-Fi, so I don't know what
You
that's
are?
about.
Yeah, it could be my Wi-Fi. Okay, here it is.
Okay, here we go. I'm
Okay.
gonna read-
Oh, it's
it's
longer than I
long.
thought.
She's
no.
turning red. Oh, I can't wait. This is so good.
Make sure you say "Dear James Vanderbeek."
But it doesn't say that.
I know, but what if we want to use this for a reel?
Okay, dear James Vanderbeek, we are huge fans and always keeping you and your health journey in our hearts. Aw. We are rewatching Dawson's Creek from the beginning, and each week we release a new podcast episode with our thoughts and some cultural throwbacks. We'd absolutely love for you to listen if you ever wanted.
Why wouldn't he want to?
We are thinking of you. Wait.
Oh no!
You can listen to any of those episodes. That didn't even send him a fucking link. By searching generation. That makes me laugh because you're like, go search for us.
Go find us.
She said
The algorithms will help you.
you can listen to any of those episodes by searching Generation in Between a Xennial Podcast wherever you listen.
Maybe we should follow up with a link. Maybe we should.
Because you think James Vanderbeek. Here's my thing. I'm picturing him. What if he just happened to open this up and he'd be like, oh, wow, that sounds cool. Oh, I have to go look for it?
Bye.
Wow.
All right, we're going to send him a link. I'm going to send him a link.
Do it. Let's do it right now.
All right, I'm going to do it right now. All right.
Send him. Well, send him the Apple one.
Okay. Let me grab it real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was really a good idea, though.
It was almost executed correctly. Almost.
No, it was good. It was good. It's just, I didn't know you sent him that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was going to send you like a screenshot of it and be like, look what I did. And then I just totally
Maybe
forgot.
what we should do is a socials clip today. We're wearing our matching shirts.
I think that's a great idea.
And tag all of them
There we go.
and put it on
Now I just
socials.
got
There we go.
There we are.
And we put it on socials and tag all of them.
I think so.
But what would we
Like,
say?
hi, I'm Katie. We'll do this off camera. We're going to come up with
all right.
something. All right.
Stay tuned.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. James Vanderbeek, ? If you're here, we love you. And send us the word mustard.
Oh my God.
This.
What if that happened?
It could happen.
That would be
And
so
we will
cool.
see you in New York City. Don't worry. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We'll see you next time.